Just a little messed up, so I'm just gonna have to adjust you there. That's pretty good. It's a little off center, so if we need to figure that out, we will. Okay, YouTube. Let us get to doing some drawing. So I was thinking earlier, I would draw some candy, so let's start with some of that. I think that can be really fun. I don't have any. Usually I have like a drawing ready to go that I did before I started, but I was out running around today before I started. I have this like weird skull I found at the beach, and then I filled with amethyst. So that's neat, but it's not a drawing. All right, so where? Okay, there and there. So one of my favorite and earliest candies to draw is just like an old-fashioned wrapped candy. Hang on, there's this. This is talking to me. An old-fashioned wrapped candy, and I like doing these because like I like the complicatedness of the plastic of the cellophane and how messy it is. And how you have the candy, which is like round and on the inside, and maybe even has like one of these, um, like orbital, not orbital, like equator bumps. And then you have like the wrapper, which like it has to be a certain way, right? And it has this like sleeve, like this part, and then the opening is going to be someplace different on here because if it was in the same place, then this would just be open. When I was a kid, right next door, we had this old couple, and I would go over and I would help them with stuff. They were probably in their 50s or 60s, and I would constantly be like helping them out. Like when I was like young, I don't know, like maybe my mom wanted to get rid of me. That makes sense. But they had like a bowl of candy that was just these wrapped candies. And I didn't think about it, but like as I got older, I was like, this is weird. This is like what they tell you to, and they were always like, oh, you want a candy? And of course, I was a little kid. I was like, heck yeah, I want a candy. But as I got older, I was like, this is creepy. Like, I know, I think they were just nice older people who didn't like get it. But nowadays, I'd be like, bro, that's some weird behavior. Your neighbor give you Tic Tacs? Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were so strange. And then it stopped being like a bowl of wrapped candy and it started being a bowl of those like ribbon candies that look like little pillows and have like the weird stripes on them and stuff. It started being those. You can see people make these now on TikTok or whatever, the candy shop in Australia and that kind of thing. And those, I stopped eating those because like that's creepy. Yeah, what's everyone's favorite candy? I'll try to draw it. I don't know what to draw today. This is just like a chill stream of random drawing stuff. So I'm definitely taking suggestions today, which is uh, I don't usually. Well, I always take suggestions. I'm definitely drawing suggestions today, and I don't usually. That's the truth. All right. I don't think we'll color this. I think we'll move on to something else. But yeah, they also had like a runner, like a big plastic sheet in their front door that like was just this big plastic, thick plastic thing from their front door all the way to their kitchen. They were like afraid to live in their house. Yeah, gummy bears are great. All right. We don't need this runner. I'll draw a gummy bear. Let's give it a go. I've drawn some gummy bears before. So you have, we'll start, you have the head. Now I think gummy bears are three heads tall. They have the little foot here, the little foot here, little arm. Gummy bear, this is the ears. And then you have like the nose, right? So that's a gummy bear pretty much. And like I feel like everything's a little not really itself, right? So like on a normal bear, these would be like really distinct, but on a gummy bear, they're all kind of just bumped out. Everything's just a little bit like you had one big shape and you sort of pinched the ears and stuff off of it instead of having them be separate. I don't think there's like eyes or anything in a gummy bear, right? It's not that detailed. And then you have like the body is thicker, so it has more color. Can you move? Yeah, sure. The body is thicker, so it has more color. We'll add a little color in there. And same, like the snout is thicker. It's pretty much a gummy bear. Do a little shading. What else should we draw? I was thinking I would draw maybe a clown, something spooky like that. Like, I could keep drawing candy, but I can't think of any more because I'm not that clever. I heard it's good and plenty day today, but those just look like little draw good and plenties. It's just like they're little tablets, right? They just look like pink and purple pills. That's the purple one. They have the licorice inside. I think everybody of a certain age, like good and plenties were really common when I was young. Like every place had good and plenties, and it was weird because nobody liked them. The sticks with the spirals. That's good and plenty. All right, yeah, we can do, why don't we do a spirally lollipop? I don't know if that's what you mean, but we can do one of those. Is this in the top half? Yeah. So you have like, we could do a rock candy one. Right? So you have like the rock candy. Let's just do a little sketch real quick. This would be rock candy. Yep, that would be the rough part. You have a little bit down here, and then you have this stick that will go through the whole thing, but was outside of the sugar. We made rock candy once when I was a kid, and oh my goodness, I wanted it to be so much faster than it was, right? Basically, you make super saturated sugar water, easy peasy. You find a string or a stick or something, okay, no problem. And then you hang the string into the super saturated sugar water, and then you leave it for like forever. Oh, those ones, yeah. Treasure Island, that's what I remember those being from. And I remember them being root beer flavored. I don't know why. And then you leave it basically forever. Like if you're a little kid, it 100% forever. You leave it for so long. It's terrible. That's what I remember about rock candy. Is sugar square? So then, like, you know, everything has different crystal structures, and that's what gives you the final um, shape, right? So if you made rock candy but with salt instead of sugar, it would just be a big cube. Um, but sugar is like rougher. It has more planes of, I forget what they call it in chemistry. It's like planes of cleavage, maybe, and that's what determines the crystalline structure. And for this one, we'll use the shading to show it's more 3D. So like on the gummy bear, we use the shading to show the whole thing was 3D. But on this one, we'll use it to show that each individual piece has, like each individual crystal I drew in here has more than one side, right? So you can shade just basically I'm shading what I'm imagining would be the bottom left of each one of these little crystals. And in doing that, I'm bringing out some three-dimensionalness. The candy cane with no hook, yeah, those, do those have like candy rods? I mean, a lot of canes don't have a hook, right? All right, I think that's pretty good. We'll bust out the ruler for this. Why not? It's just sitting here doing nothing. There you go. You can't even really see the stick, right? Because it's inside the candy. All right, that's rock candy down. Yeah, we can do one of those spiral. Ow. Well, I think those spiral rods, that stinks. Because you just don't have much going on. But the spiral candy cane or candy lollipop that has like, let's see, a candy shillelagh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the sugar crystal sucker. That's exactly what we just drew. I don't know if you were here for that, Alan, but welcome. All right, so first, drawing three-dimensional spirals I think is pretty interesting. I draw a character a lot called Narwhaldo, and he's a narwhal, and he has a big horn. So what I do for that is I draw the horn like this, basically just like where it's going to be, and then I take one side and I go up, and I just kind of make them smaller as I go up. I started too small, and then you just go back the other way like this, and as long as you're lining them up correctly, which I don't think I did on this one, you get a nice spiral effect. So I'm going to try to do that here on this candy cane. Or that's not candy cane. This flippy lollipop doohickey. So let's choose a size. And I think that's going to be important. So yeah, let's just do this. This is also a good way to do it. Oh no, you know what? It's not, because it's a twist. I'm just realizing that. So it's, hang on. So it's like a double helix. So you have one going up like this, and then you have one going between like that. Draw fun dip. Okay. I will draw fun dip. That I know you've made a bunch of requests today, and I've been like, no. So we will draw fun dip. Okay, so for this, I'm just gonna do like it doesn't have to be a spiral because we don't have to deal with the dimensionalness. Why did I say it that way? Right away. We can just go like left, right, left, right, left, right, kind of like, I don't know, what would that be? And then we'll deal with the spiral afterwards by making some of it go in front and some of it go behind. So now we have the basic shape. I have the first one, left, right, left, right, left, right. I drew the lines on that just so I wouldn't get lost. And the second one I just showed like here. So we'll do front first for this one. That was a little too harsh. And then the next one will be front this way. And so, oh, so this is what I was doing. Okay. Front. Because it's always the one side is front. Because they switch, I think. Yeah, this looks right. It's just a bunch of scribbles now. We'll fix that in a moment. And then we'll do some fun dip. This one got less fun as I tried to make it clever and got confused. This is why I needed a chill stream today, man. My brain is not working. We were walking around and I don't even know where we were. All right, this looks like a mess. This is what you get when you go halfway between winging it and trying really hard. But I do think this is what it sort of looks like. So I don't think it's like super inaccurate. I just think like I wish it was better. That's mainly it. I just wish it was better. We'll do a tiny bit of shading. I think that'll help a lot. Do like half. We'll do the circle, but we won't. We'll keep the pencil off the paper on the left-hand side, and that'll give us a nice round shading here. And then we'll do the opposite on the other side. What I do here is I just make a full circle, but I lift the pencil up for the right-hand side of the circle. All right, let me have some tea. That'll make my brain work a little bit better. I think Fun Dip will be fun. I didn't mean it like that. I think we got space for Fun Dip right here. So I think for Fun Dip, let's do, like, I've been drawing these pretty big. Is this on the screen? Yeah. Let's do like, so Fun Dip is like here, let's draw it flat real quick. Fun Dip, if you don't know, it's called something else. I've had two different kinds. It's the same candy, but it's called Fun Dip. And basically it's a packet like this, and there's usually 3 different flavors, 2 or 3 different flavors, and it'll be like grape, cherry, and blue. And then you'll have these 2 candy sticks here. Oh, lickin' dip, something like lickin' something is the other name for it that I've had it called. Lickin', that's what we used to call it. Lickin', that we'll think of it. Or somebody in chat will be kind enough to tell us what it is. So this is what Fun Dip looks like, and then you rip open the sticks. Wrong. No, I don't think it's dance party music was wrong. So basically, oh, you don't. Oh, hi, that's your name. You don't care. Okay. That's not school. Interesting. All right, so let's draw some Fun Dip. And I think what we're going to do is we'll get the paper like this. This will be the candy side, the Fun Dip side. We'll have one still in the package. And then here, and here will be the other one. Is this on cam? Yeah, here we go. Small name. Hi, Krastnan. All right. And then we will do, so that'll be that part. And then this will be the dip parts will be over here. So they have to be open. So we'll give a little tear. And then they're open, but they also have, in between their openness, right, is the closed parts, because the flavors are all different. Okay. That's pretty good. And then let's see, like that, yep. And then on the bottom, they're not open, so the bottom is all going to be back together. Let's see. I'm just doing the sketch right now to see if if this is what I want to do. I think this is right. It feels like it's really coming together. Okay. Yeah. Today, AGB rather, I am drawing, right now I'm drawing Fun Dip, but I'm drawing all types of candy today. Or anything, really. Anything spooky related. So this is the sketch for Fun Dip. I think this will work. So what we're going to do now is add like the ripped paper for the top. On the back side, up. Ripped paper, I think, is pretty annoying to draw. because really it relies on like a bunch of different things to make it look correct. And I think those things are hard to capture in paper. Swedish fish. Yeah, I'll draw a ghost. I'll draw a ghost. I'll take a stop and I will draw a ghost because I always say, like, I'll draw the ghost later. And then, sometimes I don't. Or sometimes by the time I draw the ghost, the people who requested the ghost are gone. So let me just do a little detail here and then I will do a ghost. Hey, Anna Jones. All right. So I draw all sorts of ghosts. It's one of my regular, like, go-to silly drawings. I have a short where I drew a cactus ghost. That was pretty good. I liked that one. It was I was like, I did it in a hotel. I don't know why that matters, but I'm like, ooh, I feel accomplished. Oh, this is coming together. This dippin' dots. No, what is it? I have to stop and draw the ghost. Okay, I'm gonna do this background shading for the inside of the pouches, and then I will stop and I will move this paper over and I will draw a ghost. Okay, let's draw a ghost. Ooh, I know. Why don't we take this gummy bear and turn this gummy bear into a ghost? Is this gummy bear on cam? Yeah. So we'll do a sheet that'll come down from here, and the sheet will come down from here, and then it'll be like that. Let's get rid of these good and plenty. Good and plenty, more like licorice. Yuck. I like licorice, actually. One time I ate so much licorice. My boss, I was doing this terrible job because this is back when, like, you had to do everything manually on the internet. I was in charge of, like, selling and putting things up onto a toy store website. And, like, it just sucked. It wasn't anyone's fault, but the job sucked. But my boss had been like, have whatever candy you want. And she had some licorice, some like good panda something licorice. Good for me. I had never had any kind of good licorice, probably anything besides good and plenty's. And I was like, this is delicious, delicious. And I ate like a whole box. I didn't know it was very expensive licorice. You gotten it at like the health food store or whatever. And I almost passed out. I like could not function because I guess it reduces your blood. Oh, thank you so much, Lady A. It reduces your blood. Yeah, it's not anyone's fault. It reduces your blood sugar, blood pressure so much that you're just like, wah wah. Like it was bad. I know I've heard of. My wife did the same thing with garlic. She ate so much garlic in one day, she almost passed out. And I was like, oh, I know what that's like. And then I told the story I just told now. Licorice. Okay, I think the thing for making these ghosts believable is it's two. You want to get like the folds, like the fall. Yeah, maybe she's a vampire. I never thought of that. It's a good point. I'll have to, well, we have a lot of mirrors in the house. I'll have to see if she shows up. Actually, she did tell me to hang all the mirrors so high that she can't even see them. So now I'm really suspicious. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Let's do a little bit of detail on this. What is this called? Gummy bear ghost. So I can't really get it to be more white in the center because we did just erase a whole gummy bear from there. And my pencils, the pencil that I use is just, oh, thank you so much, AGB. The pencil that I use, it just doesn't erase very good. it's a trade-off because I can make really dark, I can make really light, or I can make really dark lines with this pencil, but it just doesn't erase very good. I do have this one, which can't go quite as dark or as smoothly, but it does erase much better. But I use this one. Anyway, so what we can do is make the gummy bear a color underneath. So let's do that real quick. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I was making shorts and we were doing like vlogging and like art podcast type videos, my wife and I. But I started doing live streams and started doing more shorts. And she has a YouTube channel, so we moved the vlogging stuff over to there. And we're going to let this one be like drawing focused, basically. And we might still do some art stuff, like other art stuff on here. But yeah, I started live streaming, like, basically we were like, oh, I like that Olivia Rodrigo song. Oh yeah, that is a good one. Soul Sucker. Down like a goddamn vampire, man. That is a good song. All right, we'll give it, whoa, we'll give it a little shadow. Ooh. First, let's give the sheet a little shadow. So it sits on top of, we'll give it a little three-dimensionality by giving it a little shadow. So it sits on top of the actual gummy bear instead of in the same plane as it. And then we'll give the little gummy bear a little shadow. All right, this is pretty cute, and we'll give it eyes, I guess. I forgot about ghost eyes. I guess we'll make that red too. Gummy bear goes 10 times fast. Gummy bears, man, yeah. We had sour gummy bears recently, and I didn't really like them, but I ate all of them. They weren't really what I was looking for. I did like them. They had a really nice flavor. I'm just adding a little specific shading in here to sort of make the sheet look more believable, but I don't have to. This is more than done. Oh, hi, who does art? Yeah, I think it's a mixed bag. Some sour stuff I really like. Yeah, I'm with you. You got to get the wicked laughs out now because when you start doing it in November instead of October, people look at you weird. Oh, cool. Yeah, if you subscribe and your subscriptions are public, then it'll tell me you subscribed and I'll be able to check out your channel. Did I finish my tea? I did. All right, what were we working on? Oh, yeah. You're saying like the ghost, these gummy bear ghosts, but I draw 5 of them. And they have the different gummy bear flavors, colors on the bottom. What about like, I'm drawing another gummy bear, I think. Okay, how did I do the gummy bear? You do the head, and then you do, the body is 2 heads tall, and then the feet are just bumps like that. And same with the ears are just bumps like that. And then you hit the nose, and then that's basically a gummy bear, right? Try to make everything straight and in line because they were square AF. All right, now what if we do this gummy bear, but he's headless? Oh, do they make like pumpkin? They do, like pumpkin candy corns. Headless gummy bear with pumpkin candy corn head. I don't know if you can tell that this is that pumpkin candy corn flavor thing. Maybe I should have just done regular candy corn. And this is what it is. So it's too late. And then you have the headless horse gummy bear. Adventure of AGB. Yeah, I will write this down so I do not forget. I mean, I might forget anyway, but if you subscribed and like I said, then I will see it. Ooh, yeah, I'll draw a black cat. Adventure of AGB. What does AGB stand for, if you don't mind me asking? Okay. Let's do... I like this. Yeah, and then green one will be a zombie. We'll figure that out. Let's do a black cat. What is that? Oh, the color black and a cat. Got it. I thought there was a black cat emoji. I was confused. All right. Now I finished my tea. Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah, that's silly. Okay. So we can do, there's a couple different type of cats. I mean, there's an infinite types of cats. If you know cats, you know that. So let's do the classic Halloween one, which has the, you know, you see what I'm doing. I'm trying to think. I think it's just like this, basically. Make sure I'm not doing anything crazy. Oh, yeah, and then because this is side on, there's a name for that. I use it all the time. You have to know it. I mean, you don't have to know it, but it's very artistic. Portrait? No. What is that called? It's like a word I use all the time. Profile. Cheesy peasy. Okay, kawaii witch. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, should it be like meowing? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, where's a cat's eye? Oh, maybe don't do the cat's eye and we'll make it like a silhouette. Aw. Good emojis. Just clean it up a little. Oh, thank you so much. Lots of... I didn't start really drawing. I mean, it's a weird thing. I didn't start drawing seriously until a few years ago, like 6 years ago. But I did take a lot of art classes and stuff because I liked the idea of drawing. I just never really did it. And so like I had a lot of art knowledge by the time I started drawing, but I was not very good at drawing until I started doing it every day. Let's see what this looks like if we color the whole thing in black. We'll do a light version first, and then we'll go a little darker. It looks like he's wearing like little sneakers. I don't know. I didn't get the feet right. Okay. Eraser, come back. Come back to me. Let's do the tail straight up. I think, like, kind of straight. It can be a little crazy, but let's have it be sort of straight up. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's fix these sneakery feet. What did they just have little paws, right? Salem, yeah. Does he wear sneakers? That would be great. Yeah, I think it's just because I have the feet really spindly. Yeah, very tiny paws. I've now messed up the face. Great. But that's okay. You can always just... I want the face to look... That's a little dog-like. Oh, that's pretty good, cat-like. Pow, 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 pow. I think that's a little bit better. I gave it a little eyebrow ridge so you know where the eye is. I think that makes it a little bit better. We can make it a little hairier, a little like raggedy. I think that makes it a little bit more Halloween-y, a little like beard style. All right. What was the next one to do? Oh, like Kawaii Witch. I could try. There we go, little tiny paws. Oh my gosh. This is really funny that you asked that because I haven't tried in a long time, but I did a whole series of animals and hats, which actually ended up getting me a lot of shows and started like, it like really helped my selling of my illustrations and stuff. And that whole series started because I tried to draw a frog in a witch's hat. So, like, really interesting. Let me see. I think I'll try. Let's do the Kawaii Witch first. Um, and then we'll do the frog in a witch's hat. Or we'll try. Like I said, I was really bad at it. But let's give it a go. So the Kawaii Witch. So I think we'll go classic Kawaii, which is like chibi, which is 3 heads tall. Yeah. So then you have like just very loosely, you have legs, you have arms. What is my favorite thing to draw? I probably have a favorite thing, but it might just be animals or animals in hats. I draw that a lot. Okay, and then this will be the head. We'll make the head a little bit big because that's also part of Kawaii. And then we'll choose her clothes in a second. I was just kind of getting some basic ideas for myself down so I didn't accidentally start moving around the body parts. So now we'll do the hat. Let's do the witch's hat. You know what? I should be using the more erasable pencil for the sketch. We'll do it big because that's better. Like a big old witch's hat is more fun most of the time. And we'll do it like kind of floppy and gigantic. And then the same, we'll have the top be, let's have it bend down like that. Is that all on camera? Yeah. Yeah, I really like drawing animals. One of my early successes before I did the Animals and Hat series, it was nowhere near as successful. The Animals and Hat series really changed my life, genuinely. But before that, I did a bunch of geese, like wearing clothes. I actually have them right here, coincidentally. Usually they're all away, but I took some shorts of them. Hang on, let me see if I can get it. Yeah, that's my password. You can't see that. Okay. But I did these like geese in fancy clothes. That's just two of them. I did a whole bunch. And I was like, oh, I really like drawing animals. And then the animals and hats, and then here I am. Okay. Kawaii, you need gigantic eyes. That is part of it. You cannot get away from the gigantic eyes. Do gigantic eyes, tiny nose, big happy mouth, and hair. I guess we'll have to do like some sort of hair. Why don't we do braids? I think a witch having like kind of front over the shoulder pigtails might be good. Yeah, I'm liking this sketch. Okay, this will be the back of the hat, the inside. This will be the top and the outside. All right. We'll put a patch on the hat. I like that. It's always fun. Just like she's had the hat for a long time, so there's like patches and tears and stuff on it. I like doing that. Okay. Not too long ago, little cat dude. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Oh, you know what I draw every single day is I draw a little comic cartoon for my wife, and I do it out. I make it out of. I don't make it. It is these two stuffies that we have, two stuffed elephants, and so I draw them every single day. They might be my favorite thing to draw. I'll draw them real quick. I'll draw them. I'll do it right now, real quick. And then we'll go back to the witch. So that this is Stella. This is going to be a real rough version of her. This is her. She is the, oop, I got nervous about the ear. I don't know why. And then she has these little arms. She is not looking at you, but she is trying to say hi. Where's my eraser? Now she's looking a little bit. That's a rough draft of Stella. Hi. And then her older sister, also a stuffy, is Steffi. And she is 3 heads tall. Stella's a little bit more. Stella's a different beast. And the Steffi doesn't have as big of limbs. So she has to be expressive in different ways. Steffi also, her eyes don't change. Stella's eyes change a tiny bit, but Steffi's eyes are always that. Hey, that's Steffi. Yeah, she's saying hi to the chat. Oh yeah, she's saying hi to the chat. Got it. I've tried to draw dragons recently. I'm not that good at it. I mean, they came out okay. I didn't hate them. Uh, I think for the witches, let's give her like a Peter Pan. Do they make jackets with Peter Pan collars? I'm gonna do it. Like a sort of big. There's this. Is it Full Metal Alchemist? They have these big like rain, like almost pea coats, but they're like a mix between a pea coat and a uniform and a raincoat and a trench coat. It's like that. So I'm going to do something like that for her. And then I want, I don't know why, 3/4 sleeves. Actually, this might be her whole sleeve because she is short. What is she doing with this arm? I don't want her to have both arms just down, so let's make one arm doing something. And we can figure out what that something is later, but let's at least bring the arm up. Okay. I'm just going to erase some of these guidelines because I don't want them confusing me. That's like, I'd say a huge portion of my mistakes in my drawings is I didn't erase the guidelines and then I'm following the wrong guidelines. So I'm just going to give a quick erasure of those guidelines. Okay, now we have a better idea of what this little witch's deal is. We'll give her big pockets. Oh, that she can't reach those. We'll give her big pockets that she can reach. Also, I guess some of this will be covered by her braid. Let's get the braid in. I'm sort of just doing a variation on like a spiral, but I think it reads as braid. So I'm going to keep that. Oh, I'm holding my breath. I was doing it again. I don't know why I'm so anxious about the hair. I'm not anxious. I don't know why I'm so careful. Yes, the head of a dragon. I've practiced that a million times as a kid, as in school and stuff. But the body of a dragon, it gets so complicated. So I've started trying to do like the body of a cat and then putting a dragon's head on it and then changing the body of the cat to be more like a dragon. I bet you the body of a bird would also look pretty good. Okay. Let's just give her big rain boots. There's not much more kawaii than giant rain boots. There we go. So maybe this is just a raincoat. It's not that she's wearing something that looks like a raincoat. Maybe she's just wearing a giant raincoat. I don't know. What do witches have in their pockets? Like spell ingredients? Let's see. Well, this one we don't have to show what's in it. We'll just make it look full by giving it some weight, some shading, some some, so it looks like it's being pulled on by the, it'll be bigger on the bottom. Now we know she has something in that pocket, but we don't need to know what it is. For this one, let me just erase that so the hair looks correct. For this one, we can just have like, I don't know, like feathers coming out of it or something. That feels well witchy. We'll just do 2 feathers. I'm sure you need feathers for being a cute witch. If not for the spells, certainly for the aesthetic. Okay, let me see if I can get these nice and dark and still look feathery. Yeah, I think I did it. Some healing drinks. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna look for my tiny, tiny eraser. Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. It's too tiny. No, it's a normal sized eraser body, but I don't know where it is. Ah, it's a very, very tiny eraser. Hopefully this will let me erase the inside of the feather because I drew it over something. There we go. Delicate, delicate erasing. Okay, and yeah, we'll do like I just put out a short right now, like before I started doing the stream, that had a bunch of potions and like test tubes and stuff. Let's do that. Let's have her be holding one. There we go. This would be where her hand is. I think 3 fingers is good. I think a lot of cutesy cartoons are 3 fingers instead of 4. I think it makes it significantly easier to make it look right. Or, you know, to make it look normal. So I think I'll stick with that. I'll do a little bubbles and a big cork. And the glass will have a reflection, like so. Let's make the liquid more or less opaque, so that we can't see her arm through it. And let's shade this. I was going to maybe do a color, but let's just shade it in. For now. Okay. We can get some of these bubbles. Oh, thank you so much, Carly. Hey, Hutao. I am drawing a kawaii witch. So this is her. We don't have a name for her right yet, but Oh yeah, there we go. Up, 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 up. Gosh, I think in this hand, now that we have her holding one thing, maybe she's holding, no. She could be holding like a wand. I don't think that really works. If we have her hand facing this way, we could try to get in like a foreshortened broom or something, but that's really hard. We don't want to spend all of our time and energy making a little thing that's not even really noticeable. I mean, it would be noticeable, but it might not be good, and let's spend our time on more rewarding things. Because she could just be holding nothing and we'd probably be happy with that. Or she could be holding a broom like this and we don't even see the bottom. Or she could be holding a broom like this and this is the top. Okay, I'll do that. I think that'll fit in. We could also bend her arm so she's holding a broom in a more natural way, but I think this works. Let's do like a Kiki's Delivery Service style broom. So we'll have the bottom and then it'll be wrapped with something and then they'll kind of stick out the top here. I'm saying top and bottom opposite because like the part of the bristles of the broom, that'll be the bottom. That's the bottom of the broom, right? Okay, something like that. I think this works. And then she's holding it. How does a hand work? Wait, how does the hand work? Oh my God, a dustpan would have been funny. Thank you so much, Carly. Thanks for stopping in and subscribing. Man, dustpan. I should have done dustpan. It's too late now. Would this go? Yep. All right, we don't have to. Oh, you're all good. I've not been great at reading the chat today. I don't think I've been terrible at it. But surely that's part of it. Yeah, so you can, when you do the stream on the computer, you can determine how. It'd be cool instead of standing in a puddle with those little rain. Oh yeah, that's really good. Uh, Planet. I like that a lot. Like yeah, because she's magic. I'm trying to see if I can draw the concentric circles. And then how would it look like on a lake? It'd be like we wouldn't be able to see the front end of the lake, right? Because otherwise we wouldn't know. But then this would be like some trees in the background and some reflection. Oh, and this she would have a reflection like out this way. And then behind her you could see like some of the water. And then yeah, you'd have to have like some trees and maybe some mountains in the background like that. I don't know, lakes for me always like for some reason I'm always like mountains because of lakes. But I don't know. Like are there more lakes in the mountains or more lakes on flat ground? Do I just think lakes are in mountains because there's a lot of pretty lakes in mountains, so when you see photos of lakes, it's more likely for them to be in the mountains? Or am I just like, I'm so uneducated on lakes? Could be any of those things. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, moon reflection. Like the moon's here or whatever. And that's why the reflection is going, yeah. And then you have like the moon would be back like here, I guess. Yeah, like Bob Ross, you have like a little cabin, just a little cabin over here. That's actually where the witch lives. We don't know that, but she knows it. That she actually walked here. And there's like the stack of logs, and she doesn't need a fence because she's a witch, and that's just how it goes. One of the things you don't need. She has a thatched roof, and then a little chimney, and it's got some smoke going on. She can leave her fire unattended because her cat's there watching it. It's not unattended. Oh, can you guys see this cabin, or am I just drawing it? I was drawing this. Sometimes I'm dumb. Yeah, I was off screen. So that's the cabin. All right, we're almost done with the witch. We'll give her some eyes. And then I forget what we're supposed to be drawing next. So there's a bunch of different ways to do like anime kawaii eyes, but I don't remember any of them. I mean, I must remember some of them because I'm drawing something. Okay. So like, are the pupils huge? Are these the pupils or are these the part with the color? I cannot think of what the name of that is. Not retina. Oh man. I really should know. I cannot think of it. But important for any kawaii eyes is to have this light reflection. Without the light reflection, they just don't look right. And you should probably do eyelashes too. I made her eyes a little low. They were meant to be gigantic, and I just didn't draw them gigantic for some reason. But that's okay. And I think with kawaii, one thing I learned to do with kawaii, oh, this hair should be more here. Well, that's okay. Is don't try to do like a crazy detailed mouth. Just do this like iris, you got it. Just do like a very simple mouth shape. And that'll be so good. It just sells it more. It like your brain can just be like, yep, iris, got it. Wait, I mean mouth, got it. And this is coming so useful for me, knowing this thing about the mouth. Because one of the tricks about it, sorry, there's like something loud going on outside my window. One of the tricks about it is it doesn't all then have to actually make sense like if she were a real person. So I guess the for instance, there we go. She looks much more real now. She's more symmetrical. We'll give her a little bangs, tiny eyebrows. There we go. Oh yeah, so the trick with the mouths, one of the reasons it works so good is if you take, then say we have the same, we'll do iris again, but we'll just do very, very simplified version. And you have her at 3/4, so her nose would be here, her back eye is small, her front eye is big. And then you have like the cheek, the chin, the chin. There you go, something like this, right? For three-dimensional iris. The hat, very simplified. So usually to draw this mouth, you would want to have it follow the curve here of this, like she has the cheek and the whole thing, right? But what you can do with this like animate kawaii mouth is you just put it almost exactly like you would put it looking forward. If it's the simple mouth, it just works. And your brain goes, yep, mouth, perfect. And it doesn't ask any questions and it just works. And like, if you're really looking at it, you can be, as the artist, you might be like, wait, that doesn't quite work out. But it really does. It really is sold by the brain to whomever is looking at your picture. All right. We could do a zombie gummy bear. That might be fun. Wait, I have to move this up, I think. Oh, my chat view is moving. Okay. Gummy bears, 3 heads tall. You got the little boop, 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 boop. This one got too tall. What is happening? Yeah, something. The middle heads got gigantic. Okay, there we go. That would have been a nightmare. Trying to combine them all to make them look like they belong in the same place, but they're all different heights. That sucks. Especially because they wouldn't just be all different heights, right? They'd be all different proportions, which is really the killer. Okay, so I think to do a zombie gummy bear, we'll do a bite taken out of its head. Because I think like zombies are bitten, that's how they spread. And lots of people bite gummy bears because that's how you eat them. And then is it just that? And then it's green and it's saying brains. Like how else do we sell this zombie gummy bear? I was thinking we could make it like kind of falling apart, but that doesn't really work. Let's see. Yeah, like drool. I was thinking that's a good one. And just like a crazy open mouth, I think is also probably good. I mean, that's pretty good. If this now said brains, I'd be like, yeah, that's a zombie. That's a zombie gummy bear, all right. Let's do it. Ugh. So do we think The Headless Horseman gummy bear, is he orange? Is he the orange colored one? Oh yeah, mummy gummy. And then like black cat, like sexy cat gummy. Yeah, yeah, more or less. Oh yeah, if you do green and then you sort of model it, like this already feels zombie-y. I've just thrown some extra color on. Brains. Okay, so we have green, we have red, or it doesn't have to be red. We did it red though, so we'll do orange for pumpkin head over here. Man, when I was in high school, okay, I've probably told this story before, but for the 5 people who are here, does it count me if I'm in the chat? So then there's only 4 people here. Well, welcome 4 people. I appreciate you. I don't care what YouTube says. You guys are cool. Anyway, so when I first got to high school, you know what? Let's throw a little yellow down. This won't be the yellow gummy bear, but I feel like if we just do the same color as the pumpkin, it won't look right. So I'm just going to throw a little yellow down as a way to change the orange color. I think this worked. First day of high school. Did not know I had gym. Didn't get my schedule until I got there, right? And I guess at some point they had sent something home to my family that was like, hey, make sure your child brings in gym clothes because they might have gym on the first day of high school. Did I know about that? No. So I show up and they're like, all right, everyone has their clothes for gym. I had gym. Surprise, surprise. And I was like, no. What do you mean clothes for gym? And they're like, don't worry, you can wear clothes. Like, you need to remember to bring clothes. You're adults now. I don't know why they kept saying that. When you're like 13 and you go to high school and they kept, they're like, this is the real world. You're adults now. Like, no, we're not. Jesus. What a weird thing to say to children. Okay. Oh, hi, artist's desk. I have an artist's desk. Artist's desk. Artists is hard to say, but artist's desk is hard to say. So anyway, they were like, here, you have to wear some clothes out of this bin. And the only thing that didn't smell disgusting and look terrible and would actually fit me was an orange shirt with no sleeves, which, man, I was terribly embarrassed to wear something with no sleeves. This is first day of gym. Oh, thanks so much. Do you know this? You get it? I'm trying to think of what to do next. Like what gummy bear is next? We were thinking like a black cat gummy bear, or I forget the other one. A mummy gummy bear. I'm trying to do zombie, but slime is also good. I was thinking zombie, and that's why he's like bit. Yeah, zombie, you got it. I don't know if there has to be like some red. Oh yeah, I was gonna make this one just say brains. I thought to really make sure. Brains. Does that say? Yeah. Oh, that is a good one. That's what yellow can be. So no black cat. So you have yellow. Is it blue is the last color? Yellow. Okay, let's do the mummy one. That's been requested for quite a while. So let's get that. I'm going to move it over a little bit. Let's get that one out of the way. And I think it'll be fun. And then we'll do the skeleton one. I love that. And then the skeleton one will be the yellow one. Or yeah, I think the skeleton will be the yellow one because it'll be the easiest to make look transparent. And then this mummy one can be blue because it'll be mostly wrapped up anyway. Oh my God, I moved its head all over the place. It's looking weird. Okay. And then the nose. So let's do, so I guess I don't want it to be too, I can't think of how this would exist in like gummy bear world, but I guess it doesn't matter. Like I have the pumpkin candy corn, but like, you know, that's just headless horseman. It doesn't have to be pumpkin. And I'm sure there's some sort of candy that you could wrap them up, like wrap a gummy bear in, and that'd be pretty funny. Oh, welcome back, Carly. Grilled cheese. That's one of my favorite foods to make. Like, genuinely. I think it's so smart. Gum. Oh, yeah. This is like stretched out chewing gum. That's pretty good. Okay, I think it could be really easy to like lose myself in doing the mummy I'm doing it right now. What is this? The mummy, like the candy floss. Come on, brain. You know, the mummy wrappings. So I don't want to go too hard. So I'm going to try to sort of limit my level of detail. And it's probably better to limit the level of detail also, because if we decide to reproduce this, or there we go. And then we'll do blue. Oh, I'm happy I sharpened all my colored pencils. So there's just a couple spots, right, where this guy has some stuff sticking out. A little there, a little here. We left his eyes open. And we'll do a little there and a little in this ear. Oh, that's great. I hope you enjoy having people over. Yeah, 20 minutes, I'll probably be getting ready to go off anyway, so it's like really excellent timing. For me. All right, I think that's pretty good. We can add a little in there, maybe a little right here where it's not quite covering them up. Oh yeah, I like that. That really, let's do, sometimes it's good instead of leaving things to be like paper white, just to add in a little like peach or like yellow or something, because most things aren't really white. And then especially against blue, this will help it look like realistic. Realistic's not quite the right word, but realistic. And you can use this to do a little shading too. Ah, I love that so much. Okay, now we have one more, the skeleton one. Oh yeah, that's good. Mostly white, colorful gummy. Mostly white, colorful gummy. All right. Now I have to choose how to make a gummy bear skeleton. This will be good. This will be fun. We'll do them right here. Keep them about the same height as everybody else. Oh, my paper is rolling up. I'm just gonna. Oh no, thank you so much, the artist's desk. I appreciate it. I see what you're saying. I think it's right. Oh, I love hearing the bus. Oh man, so I just found out I have been an avid public transportation user since I was young. I got rid of my car for a while, like for almost 10 years, and just used public transportation. Uh, I much prefer it, that and biking. But you can't always do it, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to do it. We'll figure out the gummy bear skeleton. And so I just recently moved to a new place. I've only spent like 14 days, 15 days in my new apartment. And so I haven't really spent a lot of time going around the city or anything. New city, new location, whole new life. Um, and I just found out, so I heard that the county I'm living in has some of the best public transportation in my state. And I was like, oh, that's really good. I know this time I do need a car, so I'll be using a car, but it's always good to be able to choose to do public transportation instead, right? Well, I just found out that public transportation here is free. So, like, what the heck? It's so good. Okay, so the head. So there's a mutant uh, in the New Mutants, which is mostly a comic book. I think they tried to do a movie, but it just did not work. Or a show. Maybe they did a show. I don't remember. But his mutant power is he's made of like this flammable wax, and you just inside of this big floating flammable wax guy is a skeleton. And so that's my inspo. I mean, it's not my inspo. Somebody else, was it the artist's desk recommended the skeleton idea, but that's what I'm thinking about. That's what it reminds me of, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I think we just have to, I'm just sort of going for it. I think it's going to be sort of halfway between cutesy. Let's erase some of this. That's like the nose line. Let's erase that. And then we'll give him a bottom jaw also, because he still has his bottom jaw, right? Oh, that, once I put the bottom jaw on, I'm really surprised how much it looks like it belongs inside this bear. Okay. And then I think, I was just chilling. Oh no. I think I've seen those dragon puppets. That's so on CMonsterYK, that's on my YouTube recommendations. It's always those dragon puppets. I'm trying to think of how much of a rib cage we should do, um, because it's annoying to do. So let's do some rib cage, but let's make it real. Um, sort of simple. We might have to erase some of this, but that's okay. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm not hating it. 2 ribs. Yeah, I should have done 2, but what's done is done. And then for the arms and stuff, I'm not doing full arms. I'm just gonna do like single bone, single cartoon bone. And then we'll do hips. Some spine. And then for the leg, we'll do 2 cartoon bone. Gosh, I keep holding my breath doing these gummy bears. It's so funny. I must hold my breath when I'm doing other drawings. Yeah. We can do a vampire gummy bear. We'll choose another color. Okay, so we'll do yellow. This time I am going to leave. I'm going to try to leave all the skeleton stuff white. Well, let's see. Let's give him a color. This is pretty good for a first draft or a first try. I try to remember. I used to get so upset when I was drawing something and I just like I couldn't make it look right or like it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. And I think it really kept me from doing a lot of drawings. And then at some point, I don't know what happened, but I was like, this is my first draft. Like, I can redraw this as many times as I want. So it doesn't matter if this one's not quite right. The next one, I can fix it and do it on the next one or whatever. And that really helped. Pink. All right. It looks like a little lemon. I think it's pretty good. I think we could, if we were going to do, let's do the same. We'll do the peach like we did for the mummy on the skeleton, and that'll kind of make it look like the yellow is covering the whole thing. But it'll still keep the skeleton. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Pink vampire. I wonder. Oh yeah. I can only see the drawing on like I mean I can see it in real life. But I can only see them on like a really, really tiny preview screen. That's how the drawing goes. Man, I'm so happy. Somebody said like, "Can you do a ghost?" And I was like, "Sure." And I only did it right away because I had somebody else on a different Halloween chill draw with me stream had asked like, "Oh, can you do a ghost?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll definitely do a ghost as soon as I'm done with this drawing." And then like by the time I got to the ghost, basically like the stream had ended and I felt really bad. So then this time I was like, I will do the ghost right now. And flipped it over to find a spot and ended up doing this gummy bear ghost. And what a happy little accident. Okay. Here we go. Let's move this way this time. Yes, vampire. I don't know if anyone watches Taskmaster, but on last night's episode of Taskmaster, somebody drew Dracula with their mouth. That's pretty good. Reese? Reese, maybe? I can't remember what is. Oh, yeah. I think Reese Shearsmith. I don't know. One of the creators of Inside Number 9, which is an excellent television show. So number 1, we got to get the fangs. Number 2, I think we have to get this like widow's peak going. And it can go like right up behind the ears. And that could be everything. We can do a cape. Oh yeah, we'll have the cape actually like connect in the front too. Now I have vampire stuck in my head from Olivia Rodrigo. Good, solid. Like the song, I think is an important song. I'm saying important for like pop music sounds silly, but it can be really effective. Like having a pop song about something that like actually is important or like is really trying to say something can be really huge because it might be the only time people ever engage with that kind of an idea because like they just don't think these things are real. I don't know. I'm getting too okay. I mean, that might be the whole thing. I have played a little bit of Hollow Knight. I didn't rent it, but like I had it on I think Game Pass for a little while. And so I played it then, but I didn't finish it because my subscription, I was like, I can't pay for this Game Pass subscription. So I stopped. But that means, yeah, I didn't finish it. But I really do love platformers, so I should buy it next time it goes on sale. Okay, we decided pink. So first we need, do I have like a pink? No. Okay, so first we need some blood. Ah, yeah. Didn't they just come out with a sequel, or is that a different? Am I confusing two games? So I'm going to use some purple for the blood, and then I'm going to use this magenta. Does this have like a name? No. I'm going to use this like magenta for the pink. Oh yeah, Silksong, yeah. I'm just going to go real light and try to get it real even. I think pink was the right choice. This already looks good. Oh, I didn't erase all the guide. I will do that now. We'll just have to redo the pink. Oh, okay. So you play as a different character. That's cool. Yeah, ever since I started doing the YouTube drawing and stuff, I just don't play as much video games, which is fine. I like video games, but I really enjoy this in a different way. So that's just how it goes. Sometimes you don't have time. But you know what? It's almost winter. And winter is a great time for me to play video games because it's so cold. You don't want to go outside. So I'm just using this pink to try to give a little three-dimensionality. I said this last time to the gummy bear. I think it worked. Now we'll do purple, and we have a black, so we'll do the cape and stuff in black. Oh, take care. Thank you so much, Carly. Thanks for being here. We could do like a Symphony of the Night, and we'll do the outside of the cape black and the inside like red or something. I think in Symphony of the Night that's a PlayStation Castlevania game or a DS maybe. It changes. You can get it to be different colors for different things, but I think that works pretty good. All right. Oh, should we, because gummy bears are a little see-through, should it be like that? And you can like sort of see it through the, is that too much? I've sort of done it now. Yeah, that's all right. What was the, oh yeah. I think that'll be fun. We'll do the cat ears one because I think that'll be fun. And we'll just do it let's see, we have green. We have pink. We have red, although we could probably redo red. We have orange. We have blue. And we have yellow. That's not orange. Yellow and orange. So, purple. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, we could do a purple, like a light purple. Why not? Okay. I think we'll move it right next to the brains. Yeah. Yeah, purple. I was thinking like so like these are all legitimate monsters except for maybe the ghost. The ghost is dressed up, or maybe real ghosts do that to disarm people. But I was thinking then you could have one that's like someone dressed up as a black cat, like the low effort Halloween costume. And I was just thinking that would be funny. So let's I think it needs more space. I'm just gonna move them out here. Man, who knew that this would be me? So one of the ideas I had when I first started doing this stream was just drawing a bunch of candy. This stream today was just drawing a bunch of candy. So that's basically what had happened. What has happened. Okay, so you have real gummy bear ears, and now you have to have the cat ears behind it, right? In front of it. Let's do it in front. And then like the tail. And then like like a little black dress. Okay, this is turning out. Oh yeah, and then like drawn on whiskers. Okay. I like this better than I thought I would. I was I wasn't sure if I thought this was going to be good or not. But I feel like this fits in with the ghost one really well, which is great because I think them being a little funny is fun. Okay. So that's pretty much the costume. Now let's do, I guess let's color the gummy bear and see how it looks. Oh, the purple looks great. Let's do the actual black. I think that'll... Now I have, for some reason, all the small things stuck in my head. I don't know. It's Blink 182. But I don't know why. I mean, I know why it's Blink 182. It's because they recorded the song. I don't know why it's stuck in my head. I'll take one step. I wonder how slow you would have to sing a song for it not to hit like YouTube's copyright censor. Oh, we'll do a little cat paws. And then we'll do a tiny pink on the nose. I like that. It's not as good as the other ones, but it's pretty good. What time is it? 8:15? Okay, I think this is a good time to end it. The artist's desk, thanks for being here. Other people who aren't speaking, thanks for being here. This is a really fun stream. But I'll show these up close one last time, and then I'm gonna go. We'll start with cat, vampire, ghost, headless horseman, zombie, mummy, skeleton. All right, thanks so much. Yeah, I do. I've been trying to do live streams a lot of days. So probably tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to do a live stream tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be about yet, but yeah, I host streams usually. I'd say most days that I'm not traveling, and some days that I am traveling. Usually I have like a more set schedule of what things are going to be, but because we're still unpacking and we're traveling a little bit to help family right now, it's a little bit more up in the air. So I'm just kind of doing it by ear. But I do try to stream every evening, and I usually get five evenings a day, like 5 days a week. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, here's the little witch. Kawaii. And I think that's mostly everything. The gummy bears and the witch were the big the big drawings today. Yeah, this is a really great live stream. One of my favorite ones I've ever done, and I do them a lot. So this is really nice. Everything's getting better and better. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'll stream probably tomorrow about 7 o'clock Eastern time. So maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. Right now, I'm a little bit up in the air. But thanks for stopping by. Bye.